So here we are, Baildon versus Leeds Corinthians, played at Baildon. Top of the table clash this. Harrison Strauss, you can hear, the captain for Baildon, playing at 12. Chris Williams joins me here as linesman. Ball's kicked off, goes to Joe Robinson, who knocks it on. Corinthians have recovered the ball. To the 10, chips through straight to Danny Pollard. Kick is blocked by Danny Pollard. The man's isolated here. So recovered there, rooked over by Danny Pollard, recovered by Harrison Strauss. James O'Ryan here with the ball, looking for Jake Duxbury, who clears it deep to about the halfway line.
How many lead? How many?
Yeah, we've got to be quicker.
We have a shaky start for Baildon. So Joe Robbins is playing 2. We've got Pete Louth and Sam Thompson both playing hooker. George and Phil are our second rows.
Well done.
George up there. To Will Craven, the ex-Baildon player playing for Corinthians. Through hands. 13 making a bursting run through the Baildon defence.
Yes!
Baildon win the penalty there. What's the penalty there? Holding on?
Polly.
Look well drilled.
Something wrong with the ball here, not sure what it is. Dan Fletcher will be kicking the ball on. So Ollie Murphy playing.
Hasn't he just pumped some up?
You don't want that one?
Ollie Murphy playing in the back row.
Didn't like my kick, did
With Cookie at 8.
Put it under some inside.
Over flanker is looks to be Josh Strauss. So all 3 of the Strauss brothers starting. There's a 4th Strauss brother, but 3 starting. 9, you've got James O'Ryan. Ball lost there by Baildon. Taken well by the Corinthians. Matt Robinson with the tackle.
Polly watching, spaces!
Slightly forward that ball looked like. Will Craven picking up the ball. Taken down.
Pressure, Baildon, pressure.
There we go!
Baildon aggressive in the attack.
Well done, George. Both sides.
Corinthians getting pushed back here. Not quite making the gain line, although they did there in that phase. Another tackle for a loss by Baildon there.
Full line press, come on.
Press!
Corinthians taking it in. Baildon have ripped the ball. Not sure who's got that rip.
Just secure!
Well done, boys.
Matty Robinson chips over.
Yeah, Matty.
Come on, Polly! Get after it, Paul!
Pressure. Come on.
Straight out.
The ball coming up
Go Fletch.
and straight out. Baildon's line out in Leeds Corinthians half. We've got James O'Ryan at 9. 10 is Matty Robinson. 12 Harrison Strauss. 13 Matt Dixon. Ball goes wayward there. Deep ball. Kicked deep. Jake returning. He's let it go out.
Come on, lift it!
On our wings today, we have got Luke Strauss, Danny Pollard, with Jake Duxbury, the club player coach, playing at fullback.
Come on, lift it!
George takes that well.
The ball! Oh! Come on! Get that ball! Come on, drive, boys! Come on!
Ball out, Leeds Corinthians ball.
Getting hard off the ball, man.
Slow start thus far from Baildon.
Let's work to get onto that ball.
Easily rectifiable. Cookie there with the steal. Danny Pollard knocking it on.
Boys, stop down! Stop down!
Scrum down, Leeds Corinthians ball.
This side, James, this side.
Corinthians here with the feed. Definitely a feed there. Cream egg passes it.
All you know is he ain't going to carry it 8.
Josh Strauss there, or is it Matt Dixon trying to steal the ball? Looks like he's been unsuccessful in that attempt. Great effort though.
Yes, great day.
10 chips it through. Recovered there by Matt Dixon. The pass it to James O'Ryan, who knocks it on. Forward pass by Matt Dixon. 5 metres out here. Scrum to the Corinthians.
Don't worry, fellas, it's coming, let's keep on. Switch on now. Watch Cream Egg at 8, big carry, big carry. Your ball, Cream, your ball, Cream.
Corinthians straight to Cream Egg. He switches the ball over to the winger here. That's a try.
Come on.
0 points to 5.
That's a great kick, son.
Fantastic kick there, just sliding right with the Baildon wind. Wind's not too bad at Baildon today. Uncharacteristic low wind. Bale looking to kick right.
5 points, fellas, let's go.
Matt Robinson with the kick here.
Talk to me, Matt. Will, come here.
Short one. Oh, almost recovered by Danny Pollard. The prop's going on a break here. Pops it off to the hooker. The second by James O'Ryan. Falls out. Cream Egg taking the ball in there.
Danny, call!
Leeds Corinthians with an overlap here, but they've not seen it and they're working it the other way. Man brought down by Pete Lau. Baildon have stolen the ball back here. And Matt Dixon galloping through under the post. Fantastic try by Matt Dixon.
You did that, are you?
You've got no structure. Make a break like that. You don't need to throw the ball out.
Jake Duxbury will be taking the kick here. Baildon take the lead, 7-5. Just a delay on the restart here as Josh Strauss is getting bandaged up, or is it Harrison? Josh Strauss. A few more of those please, Baildon.
It did look like a rocket.
Josh Strauss all bandaged up now. It's Harrison Strauss in fact. Harrison Strauss bandaged up. Restart there by Corinthians to George. George takes it into contact and lost. The ball's been lost by Baildon into the Baildon 22. Cookie just missing a tackle there.
Press, press.
Ball knocked forward. Harrison Strauss recovers. Joe Robinson with a kick. Finds touch straight out. Knock on. Baildon ball.
Well, you haven't got time, mate. No easy yards out here. No easy yards out. Here, Doc.
First Baildon scrum here. James O'Ryan with a put in. James O'Ryan with the ball here. Passes it to Matty Robinson. He gets it to Jake. Jake booms it downfield over the head of the winger.
Hey, keep together.
The winger looks for the fullback. Lofty pass to the fullback, who chips it through. James O'Ryan with it.
Send it.
With a man on now. Takes him. Josh Strauss here taking the ball.
Keep the ball.
Baildon men there to support and ruck over. Josh Strauss not releasing the ball. Oh, punch to the face there and Ollie Murphy. The ref will go away with the captains here.
Get warm, Magna.
Ref, man down.
Baildon penalty.
Bill, you alright?
Do we know what the penalty's for?
Holding on, he said.
Holding on. Holding on by the defender.
Time on, boys. Time off. Time's off, fellas. Time's off now.
Matt Dixon coming off here, Paul McNamara coming on. So Dicko was playing in the centres. We'll see if McNamara ends up in the centres as well. Dicko looks to be nursing his groin. McNamara playing at wing. Looks like Dan Pollard's been moved into 13. Jake stepping up here for the kick, trying to find touch. Right over is here around the halfway line.
Max, get in here quicker. Max, get in here.
Down.
Joe Robinson to George, out to James O'Ryan. Ball's gone backwards there. Not back by Josh Strauss. Straight out. Leeds Corinthians ball in the Baildon half. Still Baildon 7, Corinthians 5.
We'll get the target at 10.
Jake was, yeah.
Jay was.
That's what happens when you're a fucking good player. I know. That's why my looks are still so good. Is that because you were shit?
Stolen there.
Good steal, George.
Looks like George with the steal there. Josh Strauss taking it in. Oh, bursting through.
Why didn't you just let him go?
No, but he just stepped forward.
Ever so slightly quick call by the referee there, but I imagine he's playing for player safety. So we're going to see Jake Duxbury kicking to touch. Deep kick, and he's found touch. Excellent kick by JD. Baildon in the Leeds Corinthians 22 with the ball attacking. Joe and George have found their rhythm. Pressure there from the line of the Corinthians on James O'Ryan. So Joe is taking it in, supported by Phil. As James gets to his feet, looking for Matthew Robinson, who he hits. Misses Josh, hits Cookie. Harrison supporting. Lost some yards there. Hitting Phil Wilson taking it in, supported by Joe Robinson. James O'Ryan passes to Josh Strauss, who spins off one and is dumped to the ground by the second tackler. James chips through, a little grubber kick. Ball's passed to there. Fantastic play. Luke Strauss with the pressure on there, forcing their fullback to kick it straight into touch. Excellent attacking opportunity here for Baildon. Looks like Joe Robinson and George have found their rhythm. Baildon taking a bit longer in the huddle than usual. Hopefully they've got something exciting planned for this line out. George up. Hits him in the hands, and Baildon driving forward. Ollie Murphy takes the ball to the ground. Joe Robinson picks the ball up, takes it in. Looks to be a penalty to Baildon. Chris, do you know what that penalty was for?
Not rolling away.
Not rolling away. Going for the post here, this would take it to a 10-5 lead for Baildon. Optimistic.
Well, it's Duxbury, of course.
Yeah, well, we've got recorded evidence of him kicking a 60-yarder.
From his own half to keep you in the league.
Yeah, to win a game, yeah. Silence as Jake prepares for this kick. Stepping into it. Oh, and just missed. Looked to be just left. That'll be a 22 restart, still 7-5. Baildon will have another attacking opportunity here if they can recover this ball. Kicks it deep. Jake Duxbury catches. Looks for Matt Robinson, who kicks. Got pulled back there on the chase here. Taken on the full by their 15. Forward pass there. Difficult for the ref to see. We're obviously on the level so we can see it. The ref chasing back. Doc running on for Matt Robinson. Matt Robinson staying on the pitch, Doc coming off after attending to him. Looks like it is a Leeds Corinthians put in. Ball out. Craig passes it to their 10, who chips over the top. Duxbury stops it with his foot before picking it up, returning the kick. Delayed response by Corinthians, who then return it, and it's straight out. So Baildon ball, attacking position. Hopefully they can capitalise on this series of plays. Baildon, of course, still undefeated, first or second team whilst playing at home this season. George with the ball, taking it down. James O'Ryan out to Cookie. Cookie stepping it in, fending it off, letting Josh Strauss have a go. Josh Strauss ducking and diving. Ball rooked over by Joe Robinson. James O'Ryan here. Found a gap. Into the 22. Baildon supports here. Cookie distributing to Matty Robb, to Harrison. Harrison chips through and it's out of bounds. It will be a Leeds Corinthians throw in, but there's a man down. Corinthians number 7 there being helped off the field. Substitution for Corinthians, bringing another person into their back row, as Corinthians had the put in for the line. Still 7-5. Baildon seem to have regathered themselves after a poor opening few minutes, and have seemed to be the dominating team in the last 10. Time back on now. Ball stolen by Baildon, but recovered, knocked on by the Corinthians. So it's going to be a Baildon scrum down with maybe 10 metres to go towards the try line. Call going in there for Dan Cookson at number 8 to control the ball and look for this bursting try. Further establish Baildon's lead. James around with a put in. Dan Cookson controlling the ball. Penalty to Baildon. Do you know what that penalty's for, Chris? Twisting the scrum. Baildon have asked for another scrum. Maybe made a metre there. Paul McNamara taking a wide line here. Baildon looking flat in attack, thinking that we might be keeping it within the scrum if we can keep this drive going. We are getting nudged back slightly. James O'Ryan pops it to Danny Pollard. Takes the ball in. Ball's been taken in again. Potentially by Dan Cookson. George taking the ball there. Fourth phase now. Dan Pollard going with it. It's won by Pete Louth. Good nudge. 3 metre gain there into the 5. Josh Strauss bursting through, bursting for the line, and lost the ball unfortunately. But Matt Robinson has recovered it, so still Baildon ball. Ref's hands staying down.
Free go. That's clever.
Chip over, and it'll be Baildon's penalty.
Oh. They moved it, wasn't it? Do not observe.
No, you kicked it away.
Yeah.
See what the referee's saying here. Was that definitely? Did we definitely have penalty advantage there or not?
We did have him.
So Baildon asking for the scrum from the 5 metre line. Scrum flanked either side by Harrison Strice and Dan Pollard. Ball out. James taking it in, supported by Harrison.
Gotta be quick, gotta be quick, gotta be quick.
Cookie taking the ball in. Stopped 2 metres out. Maybe a metre with the roll. Ball out there for Baildon. Metre out. James O'Ryan. Arguably a high tackle, but not back. Baildon lost the ball. Not releasing. Not gone. Luke Strauss looking to return this. He's going to step up his pace. Beats one man. Beats the second man. Takes it into the 3rd and 4th where he's tackled by Will Craven. James Ryan here. Hits Jake. Hits Dan Pollard, who hits Paul McNamara, who steps out of bounds.
Good structure. Good structure.
Nice one, yeah.
Come on, boys. Get a fire under it now. Do we want this or not? Let's go. Fire on.
Corinthians with the line. George stole the last one. See if we get another steal here.
Watch him, Pete. Watch him, Pete.
Very clearly not straight. That's going to be a Baildon ball.
Nice, Boris.
Hey, John. Come on, Josh.
Corinthians starting to show a bit of their frustration. It's never ideal when the team starts losing its head. Change up here with Will Craven going blindside flanker for the Corinthians, with their new flanker replacement coming in and moving to 8. James O'Ryan puts the ball in. Cookie keeping it. Nice push on James O'Ryan. Hits Matt Robinson. Harrison Strauss misses Danny Pollard. Chips it through for Luke Strauss, who doesn't quite get it as the ball goes out. Excellent rugby from Baildon here. Irregardless of any score or result, Baildon are still keeping the territory deep in the Leeds Corinthians half. Getting plenty of opportunities for possession as well. Ball to Will Craven there. Leeds Corinthians trying to get a bit of a nudge on, driving the ball forwards with the maul. Not getting much push. Out to their fullback who kicks it. Jake Duxbury takes it, but the kicker may have been knocked down there. Well, the kicker got knocked down. We don't know if it's because of that.
No idea.
Maybe charging down the kicker, not sure.
Was it George?
Well, it's not from the... He's marching it a long way down the field if that's what the incident was. Well, I wouldn't have thought so from where the penalty should have been to where it is. Right, okay. Potentially, yeah, that's what it looked like.
Come on, boys! Hey, nice speed now.
Leeds Corinthians out of their half for the first time in a while now, with ball in possession. Fantastic kicks there by Doug Senior.
And when it comes, full dick round.
Tom, can we see your scarf for the camera? Look at that.
Yes.
George challenging but didn't quite get to it.
Get up! Get up!
Has the effect of pushing back Leeds Corinthians as Baildon step up in firm defence, distributing the ball here, booting it out. Sloppy play by Corinthians there. Good tackle there. Looks like Harrison Strauss with a tackle. Kick to Jake Duxbury, who has got time and takes the ball himself. Looking for Luke Strauss, who hits Pete Lauf. Pete Lauf down the sideline, breaking one tackle, two tackles, before being taken down by the third man.
Where did that come from?
Baildon with possession in their half now. Joe Robinson takes it in. Driving towards the gain line before James O'Ryan hits Matt Robinson, who unfortunately knocks it on for Baildon. You've got to think here at some point with these attacking set phases of play that someone's going to break through and get another try. Can't be far away. It doesn't say, mate.
Yeah, nice speed, Paul.
Leeds Corinthians man tackled there by Pete Lauf.
Nice speed, nice speed, nice speed. Get up, get up, get up. Polly.
Great tackle by Harrison Strauss and recovered by Matthew Robinson. But the ref's calling back for something here. Offside by Baildon.
Number 3.
So number 3 could be Sam Thompson or Pete Lauf. No, it's Pete Lauf. Pete Lauf offside.
You've got to get some people at the time, isn't it? It's not been a game that's created a lot. I haven't seen they've created more chances. We've had territory and just keeps aimed.
Leeds Corinthians look like they're going for the kick here, going to take the 3 points. It shall give them 7-8 lead. Ambitious kick.
I don't know. He's got it in his boot. I watched him last week in all conditions.
He's got the distance.
He's at Super League player. It's like Wakefield.
Right.
Rugby League. Told you. I missed it. Why not just let that go?
Jake's taking the 22 drop out there. Baildon still in the lead, 7-5.
Go that line, yeah? Martin, we are on this. We turn this over.
Right speed then. Kick chase.
Jake slots it through, taken on the full by the 3.
Hey, we need some fast
It was tackled. Fouled by Harrison Strauss. He's everywhere in these tackles today, as he is every game. Matt Robinson pushing through. Great kick here, being chased by James O'Ryan. James O'Ryan with a tackle there as well. The cheers go up with the Leeds Corinthians. What's that penalty for? High tackle, really? He's a lot closer than I am. Ball kicked out. Corinthians haven't been fantastic at the set piece here. A few wayward throw-ins and a few stolen as well by George. Hopefully Baildon can capitalise on this. Nice throw taken by the Corinthians as they drive forward. Baildon aggressive in their attack. What was that? Was it? So Baildon back in the Leeds Corinthians half with an attacking scrum. One of the Corinthians looks to be down. Time off. Game's resumed play here. Baildon put in James O'Ryan. Hopefully we'll see some attacking play coming out of the Baildon backs here, which we've not really had a chance to see yet, but we have got an aggressive and powerful back line. James O'Ryan to Matt Robinson. Misses Harrison Strauss to Danny Pollard. Loops around to Jake, who chips through. Jake with the tackle. Harrison Strauss over looking for the ball. Leeds Corinthians ball. Harrison Strauss with another tackle. Takes him down. Supported by JD there. Cream egg here, passing. Distributing it there to the man. It didn't look to be going anywhere, to be fair. The 10 takes the ball and taken by Phil Wilson. Ball away by Leeds Corinthians, who chip through.
Time marker, well done.
All the time in the world, hitting Jake Duxbury, who looks for the corner. Fantastic kick, fantastic. Stopping a metre out with Luke Strauss tackling the man. Ollie Murphy trying to get through on the ball, and that's going to be a penalty in from the side by Ollie Murphy. Not gone. Jake Duxbury returning, all isolated here. but now with a Baildon back line, driven backwards by the tackler. Cookie with the ball, passes to Danny Pollard and chips through. Great kick by Danny Pollard. How's that Baildon ball?
Came off your yellow hand.
Oh, did it? Baildon will take a little bit of time here to gather themselves before going for this throw-in. Could potentially see a nice catch and drive as Baildon bring in the full line out. Oh, just knocked forward there by Baildon. Ball kicked away. Advantage over. Jake was for Danny Pollard. Ball kicked out of his hands. Matt Robinson chips through.
That's it, Pig, that's it, it's yours, it's yours, Pig.
Three booming the ball downfield, and Jake Duxbury is going to return it. Steps one, steps two, and Jake's down the sideline here. Looks for Joe Robinson, who's free, who's got support. Ball just batted down by Josh Strauss. Unlucky there by Josh. Excellent work by Joe Robinson. Fantastic pass.
Go on, Pigeon! Nice, Pete! Unlucky boys, unlucky Baildon!
Baildon very clearly the dominant team as the Leeds Corinthians start chipping away at themselves.
Someone had got today.
You can see the frustration coming out from the Leeds Corinthians pack.
Crouch! 5! 6! 3!
Baildon winning us ahead. A Baildon penalty here. Leeds Corinthians kicking the ball away in frustration.
Lovely Baildon!
All day, Pete! Right.
Jake Duxbury going for the
Baildon.
post here.
Where's his inhaler?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you? Yeah, good.
Dogs!
Enjoying the game? Yeah, good.
Dogs! 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 Inhaler! He's not rushing there. It's only my son that's dying. Don't worry about it.
I'm glad I got that on camera.
Pitch. Thought you were going then. You were expecting to make sure we've got a follow on. Yeah?
So we have Jake Duxbury here stepping up for the kick. One of the two on the day. He got the conversion under the posts. Just missed the penalty on the other side of the field. Sets for a brilliant, fantastic kick by Jake. 10-5. Is that the half? Baildon here with a restart. Matt Robinson will be kicking off the second half as Baildon leave 10-5. Nice deep kick by Matt Robinson. taken well by the 9. The 10 steps George and finds touch.
Get there, get there! Go on, boys, yeah. Let's go, Jordan. Hey, let's go. Numbers. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Now! Come on, gents.
Phil Wilson catches the ball there. The ref allowed this to play on. Hitting Josh Strauss.
Crazy legs.
James O'Ryan looking for Luke. Luke, who's bursting through.
Open yourself.
Nice tackle there. Passes to Phil. Phil Wilson taken down.
One ball.
Ollie Murphy here with Sam Thompson supporting him. Joe Robinson again towards the 22. Holding on from Baildon there, dispute that, but the referee's call. There was Corinthian hands all over that. Ball finds touch.
George, yeah. George. We've not welcome back up yet, boys. Yeah, we've not welcome back. 5 on. Willie, come. Yeah, come.
Yes, Georgie.
George steals there. Ball on the floor. Knock on by either George or by Ollie Murphy there.
Morris. There we go.
Big shove now. Fellas, come on.
Let's go, boys.
Baildon here filled with positivity, cheering on their own players. Not sure if the Leeds Corinthians huddle has managed to sort out their negativity from the first half. Absolutely a game where a positive attitude plays a huge part.
Let's go.
But into the 8 there, who hits the 10. 10 misses the 12 and the 13 and is chopped down by Harrison Strauss.
We'll take it.
Oh! High tackle there after the whistle has gone. There'll be a knock on and it'll be Baildon ball slightly in Leeds Corinthians half.
Sam! Please!
Thompson.
Sam Thompson coming off here for Tom Craven.
Tell the ref, sir! Front row, sub, please! Well played, Thompson!
Let's go, Tom. Great game, Sam.
Just the rest, mate, just the rest.
Excellent work, Sam. Good job, mate. Sam Thompson coming off as the first tactical substitution. I imagine he'll probably see some game time again. Fantastic game so far by Sam Thompson, but giving Tom Craven with some fresh legs a chance to shine. Ball's in by James O'Ryan. It's that Cookie's hands.
Be reset.
He's still our ball, yeah. So with Sam Thompson coming on, Joe Robinson's been moved to hooker. No, has he not? Was hooker. All right. Joe Robinson's come to prop. Tom Craven has moved to hooker. James O'Ryan here, looking for Danny Pollard. Danny Pollard chips it through, chased by Mackner. Finds touch. Good possession here. So 19 is Cookie, I believe. No, is he 16?
Does anyone know what that was for?
I think he took him out.
Oh, it was a penalty against them.
19 blocking.
Oh, so it's their man number 19. So here Jake will be going for another kick. It's currently 10-5 to Baildon. Danny Pollard set here for the chase with Luke Strauss, Josh Strauss.
Might not even be the kick that was blocked.
Baildon look poised to chase this kick down in case Jake doesn't find it. He's hit 2 out of 3 so far, including one very similar position to this in the first half, taking Baildon to 10-5. Steps back, just short, hits the crossbar.
Yes,
Tackle there, fantastic tackle there by Dan Pollard.
Push on, Harrison! Push on! Yes! Great stuff, fellas, great stuff!
Holding on there from Leeds Corinthians. Baildon penalty. Going for the kick. Surely here take Baildon 13-5. 13 points against 5 obviously puts Baildon over a try away from Leeds Corinthians, so it's a very good tactical kick to get these points. Which he does, 13-5 to Baildon.
10 minutes, let the traps calm down.
Well, I meant to about next week.
I'll talk about Sorry, yeah, if you would please, that'd be cricket ball.
Corinthians will be restarting. Yeah? Coming to you, Phil. Big run. Corinthians get the ball unchallenged by Baildon. Baildon aggressive in attack, pushing back the Corinthians.
Turn back, Matty Rob.
Let's not crouch, pitch.
Ball knocked back, and Harrison kicking away. Harrison still kicking at the ball. Harrison lets the man up. Back to the Leeds Corinthians 22. Corinthians kick, and it's going to Luke Strauss, and Luke has time. Loads of time here. James O'Ryan picking up the ball. Ball knocked out by the Corinthians. Should be a Baildon line out. Scrum down Corinthians. With the try.
Come on, boys, here we go! Here we fucking go! Let's. Crouch! Bang! Set!
Corinthians with the put in here. To the right, passes out to the 15, who kicks the ball, splitting Jake and Luke. Luke's taking it. Luke up. Knocked on by Corinthians. Baildon ball. Ollie Murphy with the ball here. Josh Strauss supporting. Hitting Matty Robinson, who hits at Danny Pollard, who recycles the ball to Harrison Strauss, who's running. Baildon's got a huge overlap over on the left. They've got to get it out here. They've got to get it out. Luke Strauss. Ball went back. Kicked out by the Corinthians.
Let's go, TC!
You had it out there. Come on! Numbers! Take! That's it! Let's go, yes! Down, put me down.
George with a take there to James. James bursting through. Phil Wilson, no Pete Lyle. Driving through, making yards. Tom Craven going here. There is the replacement for Sam Thompson. Cookie and Ollie Murph linking together to drive the ball forward.
Mismatch, Luke. Mismatch. Shout it.
James.
Mismatch.
Nicely done.
Matt Robinson taking the ball in there. Baildon missing out on the overlap this side.
He went off his feet.
Leeds Corinthians penalty. Leeds Corinthians ball. Baildon letting the ball bounce out.
Hey, low speed, lad! Big low speed! Let's go, Paul! Paul!
Corinthians have got the ball. Contested the line out. Benine taking it in. Creambeg feeding out. But again, excellent attacking defence by Matthew Robinson.
Get up!
Nobody wants it, get him!
Dan Parr and Luke Strauss with the tackle.
Unlucky George!
Hey, nice speed, Strauss! Nice speed! Yes, beautiful! Yes!
Penalty tapped by the 10.
Over there. They want 10. Right speed.
Corinthians with an overlap here. Not using it. Tackled by Tom Craven.
Strauss, your spaces. Get your spaces right with Paul.
Craven!
Kick by the 15 straight to Paul McNamara. Takes it on the full.
Kick that away.
7 red not retreating. It's just Strauss.
Keep going, Big Jade!
It's not gone. Luke Strauss under it, takes it, passes to Jake Duxbury. Jake, high kick, Luke Strauss on the chase, and it's knocked on by the Corinthians.
Nice, Murph. Get his head down. Good, great chase.
Right, come on, forward!
Let's go, Craven. Let's go.
Just drop the CV in.
Let's go, Craven. Let's go. Put on the pressure now.
Baildon scrum here.
Oh, I think it could be bad, lads.
It's getting that way, isn't it?
Get up the line, son! Get up the line! Ready,
James around with the feed.
Put him under, Craven!
Dan Cookson looking for the ball. Passes it to James O'Ryan through his legs. Matt Robinson, Harrison
Yes,
Strauss
Sophie!
bursting through, surpassing the gain line there.
Why? Hey, this man!
The forwards working the ball forward for Baildon as the backs reset on the left hand side here. Baildon lose the ball there. Was that holding on? Holding on. Quick tap there by the Corinthians.
Hold him! Hold him! Drift left! Drift left! Hey, get up! Get up! Get up!
Corinthians chip it through. Luke Strauss on the ball here.
Please bounce. Yeah, that's fine.
Get up!
Hey!
Luke Strauss recovers the ball.
Hey! Work! Work! Work!
Baildon ball still. James O'Ryan chips through into the territory of the Leeds Corinthians as it's a very high kick and out. Baildon ball. Tie him off. The time back on now. It's going to be a scrum down to the Corinthians.
What? What's Sam doing? Get up!
Get his fingers in again, go down.
That's good! Big scrub! Big scrub! Try squeeze!
Line out not straight.
Hot bath, yes.
Corinthians with the ball.
Knock on! You knocked it on!
Yes, Chelsea!
Harrison Strauss there with the tackle, wrestling down like a lion on a water buffalo. Ball's out. Pass to the 15. Danny Pollard bounced off here as Danny Cookson takes the man down.
Nice speed! Get off the line! Flex, get up! Flex, get up! Go on, Murph! Flex!
Phil Wilson in there with a tackle with Tom Craven. Harrison Strauss with another fantastic tackle as Corinthians advance the ball.
Nice speed now! There we go! Paul, onside! Let's go!
Baildon continues to drive the ball backwards as Corinthians fail to meet the gain line.
Paul, you gotta get up, Paul! Gotta get up!
Chipped through there. Taken by the prop. Tackled by Jake Duxbury. Ball out. Baildon ball. Harrison Strauss. Harrison Strauss takes it in.
Great grit!
Who's that? Yeah, he's had a fantastic game.
Yeah, he has.
He's been at every tackle.
He got up carriage into it.
Dan Fletcher's on for George, by the way. I haven't mentioned that as Jake Duxbury looks towards the sideline.
Great defense there.
Makes it safe. Baildon line out.
Hey, let's go! Keep it up! Get out of!
Fucking hate it on boat.
Try to be a water boy.
That's all you fucking good for.
Craven calling for the deep pass. That's Ollie Murphy with the take. James down to Jake Duxbury. Intercepted.
Make up for it, Jake.
Jake makes the tackle.
Nice speed! Hey! Nice speed!
Leeds Corinthians looking dangerous here. Knocked on by Leeds Corinthians. Matt Robinson recovers.
Back you go. Turn and face.
He's not interfering with play. You get on with it.
George Morris is on now for Ollie Murphy. The 15 here for Leeds Corinthians, looking to take the point.
Start believing, eh? Start fucking believing now, yeah? Come on, now.
It's 13-8. Still 5 points in it for Baildon.
Let's go! He says 19 now. So I think all these stoppage down. Ball! Pull it!
Matthew Robinson to restart here.
Now we go out and we're running strong again, yeah? Both sides here. Max, come inside. Max, come in. Max, come in.
Max takes it. Beats Fletch. George tackles the ball. Ball out to the Corinthians, who beats 1-2 tackles. Matt Robinson there with the high tackle. Short kick.
Hey, nice speed, let's go!
TC, what's that footman, TC? Go.
Hold me.
Yeah, that's yours, Fletch.
Dan Fletcher with the steal ball down, Baildon ball.
Just take your time. No, Aldi.
Fire!
Ball went back.
Help him, Craven.
Gas, turn him off. Let him off now, Gas. He's on. Leave it, Gas.
Leeds with the tap penalty. Ball knocked on there. That's Baildon ball.
Hey, John Baildon!
Get the ball between six because we're too far up, and then your lad received it also too flat. Yeah, so he's got nowhere to run with it. He needs to come back 2 yards. Yeah.
Still about 18 minutes left to play. About 18.
Longer than that, less than that, it's about 15.
Well, it was 19 a minute ago, so I imagine it's 18.
For stoppages.
James feeds the ball in there. Hits Matty Robinson, who finds a place to kick it. As Leeds Corinthians return and kick back. And fine touch. Fantastic kick there by the Leeds Corinthians. Tom Craven with the throw-in.
Yes, George!
Hits George. George drives forward from Baildon.
Kick, chase! Kick, chase! Big chase!
Jake Duxbury blasts the ball downfield to about the halfway line. Corinthians look to return. Creamegg distributes.
Yes, Matty! Keep him up!
Matt Robinson with a tackle. Out again. Man running laterally. Beats two men here. Jake Duxbury with the tackle.
Nice speed!
Knocked on, Baildon ball.
Right, Jakey.
Yeah, he got taken out.
Lights beginning to fade here. James O'Ryan having a quick word with Dan Cookson. James feeds in.
From Baildon!
Hits Jake Duxbury. Kicks the ball into touch.
Shoot it! George, come on. 5. Right, Loyal, Morris. Set! Now! Oh, lucky George.
Is that? Oh, Leeds Corinthians get the ball up on the ball. But Baildon win it. Baildon win the ball. Dan Fletcher tackled. James O'Ryan looking for something, anything there.
Boys, that's an easy exit.
Is that Baildon's penalty there?
You were going to take it and run then. Catch you over its shoulder and straight that line.
Leave it, else would have had it and I'd been off.
Hey, Adam Hewitt here.
Living it up.
Jake Duxbury here with the kick. Not gone. Luke Sharp with a tackle.
Nice speed, nice speed, nice speed, chops now, chops.
3 points.
There we go, yes, Georgie.
George with a tackle.
And again, and again.
10 chips it through. It's going to be Jake. Jake's isolated. Plenty of time though.
That's a great kick.
Great kick.
Jake finds touch.
Keep grafting, Baildon. Keep going, mate. Keep going. Spot on, Chris. Spot on. Good work, Baildon. I thought you were just water boy, not ball boy.
Oh, I don't
So you do everything. George.
Yes, George.
John slapping it down. Tom Craven recovering it. Kick through. Knocks on by the leg. Lucky George.
Hey, well up though, well up.
We'll go again, Baildon. We've got a minute to go there.
Your time now, your time. Get through him.
It's been a really good game. No, it's been a really good game to be fair.
No, it was like, it was marginal.
Crouch! Bang! Ready! Correct, boys, correct.
Sit, Joe. Joe, sit, not hinge.
Come on then, let's go. Let's go, Baildon. Let's go, big 8. Crouch!
Come on, Joe.
Bang! Set! Big shot, big shot! Go!
Yeah, with the ball. Passes it to the 10, bounces along the ground.
Yes, there we go.
Tackle by Matt Robinson. As Baildon push over. Baildon attacking with a lot of intensity here.
on, get in, boys!
What happened there, Doc?
Well done, TC. Was that TC?
Holding on, yeah, it was. Lovely, Craven!
What did Tom do?
Turnover.
Tom Craven! Fucking superb!
Feet either side of the ball and straight over him. Really great position.
Jake will be looking to take the lead back to 8 points here. Big psychological difference between a 5-point lead and an 8-point lead.
Chase you up again, Paul.
Makes it back to a 2-score game.
Absolutely.
Denies them the losing bonus.
Yep. Fantastic kick by Jake Duxbury. As Doc very rightly said there, an 8-point win makes it a 5-point victory for Baildon because it denies the losing bonus point for Leeds Corinthians. It's the top of the table fight, so these points are all important.
Luke, get in position.
16-8 to Baildon.
Go.
Luke Strauss with a take. Takes on 3 men. Taken down. James O'Ryan to Jake Duxbury. Kicks through. Full block now with the ball. He's got a man out wide. Hits his man. Great tackle there by Harrison Strauss again. What happened there? I missed that.
High tackle, legend Josh Strauss.
He's definitely 10 there. Oh, he's at least 10, yeah.
Pulled down by Phil Wilson. Tackle there by Danny Pollard.
No, he's behind. He likes it. Basti, there we go.
The 10 taking it in there. Taken down by Phil. No, by Pete Love perhaps.
Nice speed! Hey, get up! Get up! No, fucking hell!
Chip through, recovered by Luke. Luke takes the ball down. The cycles it to Danny Pollard, who chips through the middle.
React now, boys. Next job.
And Leeds Corinthians grubber kick the ball out.
You think?
7, 6.
Tom Craven looking for George here. Takes it, holds on to it. Dan Cookson driving the ball forward. Is that a knock on?
Saying so.
Corinthians ball.
Oi, bastard.
Corinthians here with the put in. So 8 with the ball passing to their 10. 10 wrapped up. Harrison Strauss fended off, great tackle by Matt Robinson and Dan Fletcher.
Nice, hey!
Try it there to Leeds Corinthians, not what we wanted this time. Takes it to 16-13. Well, if he gets this, he's missed his first, hasn't he? (16-15) to Baildon, 1 point in it. Baildon stepping back towards the halfway line for the restart.
Taking a long time.
Absolutely.
One name! Come on, fellas, go again! Come on! Pivot!
Kick there. George Ross with a missed tackle. Pete Lyle taking the man down. Strauss and Matt Robinson with the tackle. Harrison Strauss, that is. Baildon have turned the ball over.
Hey, let's go forwards. Big scrum, big scrum.
Baildon ball, scrum down. Tying back on with James O'Ryan putting the ball in. To the feet of Dan Cookson. James O'Ryan takes it himself, passes to Jake. Jake misses Harrison, hits Danny Pollard. Dan Pollard's got Luke outside, keeps it himself, takes it forward into the 22. Harrison over. Here we go. Josh passes to Jake. Jake is through, and Jake scores a fantastic try for Baildon, and is tackled by Josh Strauss.
That's fucking it.
Got that JD.
That's it.
Brilliant play by Baildon.
Last two, yeah? Riley, come on!
Right.
Got boat with Ed. Just grab us some water and just had a kick it there.
This kick here is crucially important to get that extra bonus point away from Leeds Corinthians.
Al's left, please, sir. Come on, Al. Okay, sorry. Oh,
Lucky there by Jake. Slightly wide.
He'll give pass out for
21 to 15. Baildon line out. 8 points is better. 8 points is better than 6 because it stops them getting a bonus point now.
Half doesn't want to sub.
Ready? Here we are.
See it out, mate. Do it.
He's like, I'm getting on. How many layers are you wearing?
Fucking loads, mate. I'm absolutely bolted.
Hey, get him going, now. Go on, Ollie.
Ollie Williams on there for James O'Ryan.
Hammer. Hammer.
6 fucking points.
Well played.
Ball not straight there by Baildon. It'll be a scrum down to Leeds Corinthians. 2 minutes to go. 6 points in the game. Everything still to play for.
Come on, Baildon!
The 8 with the ball out to the 10. The 10 crashes it up the middle, passes it to a man who crashes it up the middle. Takes it to the Baildon 22.
They're gonna go quick! They're gonna go quick!
Harrison Strauss diving at the knees. And that quick tap penalty. They're looking to turn the ball over. Baildon being staunch in their defence here. Oh, unlucky.
Sam! Sam!
Last play of the game here. Everything to play for. 21-15. Matt Robinson back on his feet. Penalty here. Last phase of the game. Tackle there by the almost injured Matt Robinson. As Leeds Corinthians spread the ball. Baildon needs to be organised in defence here. Up quick as that 10 looks for that hole.
This is last play.
Baildon set here, shooting up as they're looking to distribute.
Get in! Get in!
This to win the game then.
Come on, Baildon! Come on, Baildon! It's over now. Come on. Just take your time. Boys, not a noise, not a noise. No noise. No noise, fellas.
Oh, fantastic!
Fucking get in! Yeah!
And Baildon win the game. Unlucky. Unlucky for the 15.